Lord forgive me for this trap shit. Sergeant Smack make it backflip. Telly Hank did with the action. With the vital speaking Spanish. Frank Matthews how I vanish. Poof. Came back like I'm King Tut. Gold BBS is on a beamer. When Fat Cat was 10 queens up. Ball off the profit, not the re-up. Fly like Puerto Rican Jesus. Uptown like I'm Baby May. Just caught a touchdown from the bay.
I don't see justice in having to bury a son and bury a mother and then visit another son in prison. That's not justice. That's revenge, but it's certainly not justice.
New reaction tonight from Mobile Police Chief Lawrence Batiste, all following yesterday's deadly string of crimes.
Yeah, 35-year-old Sidney Burke now in custody, charged with murder. MPD investigators say that crime led to the revenge killing of Burke's 62-year-old mother.
Our Lee Peck with this follow-up for you tonight. Lee, the chief saying this crime is very different.
He is, Lanice. This has struck a nerve not only with the department, but with Chief Batiste. He says he can't recall a case where someone has retaliated and killed someone else's mother in cold blood. Tonight, he's pleading for any information leading to an arrest. 3 crime scenes, all connected, including a drive-by shooting and 2 homicides within hours of each other. So-called street justice and what Mobile police are calling revenge and retaliation.
I think the most important part here is that the public know that we need help.
The innocent victim, 62-year-old Martha McGenzie, shot and killed inside her home on Roderick Road around 2 p.m.
Bam, bam, bam. On the floor by the door. By the door.
Investigators now believe McGenzie was gunned down in retaliation to the murder of 25-year-old Keontae McCants, shot and killed in Pritchard just a few hours earlier. McKenzie's son, Sidney Burke, arrested overnight for McCants' murder. Fox 10 News has learned Burke recently got out of federal prison on a drug charge.
It's heartbreaking. We often have lots of outrage about things that are happening in our community. But this is one of those times when people need to say her name. They need to say the name of Mrs. Martha McGenzie. They need to say where's the justice for her, because regardless of what her son may have been involved in and what he may have done, I can't see there being any justice in someone taking her life for his actions.
And whomever police are looking for were out for blood. Following McKenzie's murder, investigators were called here to Spruce Street, the house riddled with bullet holes. While no one was injured, we now know, according to Metro jail records, it's listed as Sidney Burke's home. As investigators run down every lead, Chief Batiste once again appealing to the public for help.
At the end of the day, we need to take these individuals or that individual off the street, because if they would do something that heinous, if they would do something that callous and uncaring, there's nobody in our community that can feel safe.
Chief Batiste says they are confident they will make an arrest in this case, but again says they will need the public's help. Anyone with information urged to call Mobile Police. He says callers can remain anonymous. Live tonight from MPD headquarters, Lee Peck, Fox 2
Breaking news, the 3 murder suspects who were arrested in Birmingham for the deadly shooting death on Roderick Road in Mobile last week have been extradited back to Mobile. Darian Johnson, Antonio McCants, and LaQuante McCants were booked in Mobile Metro Jail. This happening around 2 o'clock this afternoon. They, along with 2 others, Darren Miller and Quinta McCants, are accused of gunning down Martha McGenzie in her home. Both men are out on bond. Police say it was a retaliation killing. On the morning of September 29th, Keontae McCants of Mobile was shot and killed on Lyric Street in Pritchard. Police arrested Sidney Burke for his murder. Hours later, McGenzie, Burke's mother, was shot and killed.
Yeah, we back. Shit got Popalot. Mobb. We on our way to Alabama with it. The gateway to the Gulf.
Y'all meet us in the port city. Mobile, what up? We here. Y'all get in the comment box. Run it up. Rep your section. Today, I'm going to be telling you a story of revenge, retaliation, and retribution. And that story is going to happen to center around one guy by the name of Sidney Burke. Now, I'm going to call this episode What's Beef? And y'all know I like to take some time out to try to ask y'all fair or foul, part of the rules, or against the rules, or no rules. And this is going to be one of those stories. And I'm going to be the first one that go out to say that this is going to be a foul ball, but I play by the old rule book. So now this entire situation seems like it began to spin out of control on a Tuesday at 10 a.m. on September 29th, 2020. But based on my research, Sidney Burke was no stranger to the streets because in April of 2014, he would be involved with a traffic stop on Interstate 10 where he would be found with approximately 489 packets of spice, which was valued right around $15,000. Authorities would arrest Burke and go on to charge him with trafficking charges, saying that he was moving the product from Mississippi to Mobile. Mobile County District Judge Joe Bassenberg would go on to set his bail at $500,000, pretty much saying that was due to him selling for profit a product that kills people and ruins lives. Now, that was going to be the time when spice was on the rise, and the authorities would say that they had seen an uptick and spice-related episodes that have been reported in area hospitals in the recent weeks. And in that same time period, 2 people would go on to die from apparently ingesting the drug. So y'all know the rules. He had to pay on the back end. And I'm not sure if it's this specific drug charge or another one that had him coming home from federal prison. But according to media outlets, Burke was not home long from federal prison before police would respond to 1615 Lyric Street for a report of a shooting. And when they would arrive there, they would find the shooting victim and transport him to a hospital. The victim would go on to be identified as 25-year-old Keontae McCants, who would go on to die from his injuries. Now, fast forward about 4 hours later to 2 p.m. and about 4 miles from Pritchard in Mobile, Alabama, police would respond to another shooting where they would find 62-year-old Martha McGinsley dead from apparent gunshot wounds. That same night, authorities would go on to arrest Sidney Burke for the murder of Keontae McCants. Now, we're not quite sure if it was before his arrest or after, but gunmen would go on to shoot up a house on Spruce Street where no one was injured, but Sidney Burke's father was said to have resided. Now, it wouldn't take long, about a week, before everybody would see how much of a family situation this truly was, because on October the 5th, authorities would go on to arrest Quinte McCants in connection with the fatal shooting of Sidney Burke's mother. The very next day, they would arrest a 53-year-old man by the name of Darren Miller, and about a week later, they would go on to arrest Antonio McCants, LaQuante McCants, and Darren Johnson, charging all 5 with the home invasion-style murder, saying that it was a retaliation for Sidney Burke's murdering Keontae McCants, leading to the whole bloody chain of events. Now, trying to keep up with the case, I did see where Sidney Burke's pled not guilty for the murder of Keontae McCants, but I could not find any outcome, nor could I find any outcome as far as time that was handed out for the murder of Martha McGinsley. So if anybody was in the city at that time, know anything about the situation, we definitely need y'all in the comment box. And this is going to be the time where I ask the everyday viewers to check in and let us know, is this fair ball or foul? Because we've seen a lot of different situations, but I don't think we ever seen where somebody's mother was retaliated against. But I definitely want to know, just in case I have to play. But y'all make sure y'all follow me on Instagram, on Twitter, POP_A_LOT. Like I said, y'all get in the comment box. Let me know what cities we haven't been to, what stories we missed, what gangsters we need to cover. And y'all got my information. Y'all get at me however y'all see fit. Y'all tweet me, text me, call me, mention me, tag me, email me, CC me. Stop me in the streets if you see me. It's your boy Popalot. Mobb gang.